Good morning, everyone. My name is Louise Golden from Clarity Crafts here in the UK. Welcome to Groovi Tuesday. Hope everybody's doing well out there. It's a lovely sunny morning this morning. It was really lovely and warm in the garden. I went out to feed the piggies and the bunny. So yeah, it was really lovely. I didn't even need to wear a cardigan outside this morning. It was so warm already. So I'm just going to waffle a little bit until all of our friends turn up. The lovely Jane is in the room with you this morning. So thank you very much, Jane. Jane will answer any questions in the chat that I don't see. And yeah, we've got some lovely friends coming into the room now. Hi, Jane. Hope the sound is okay. Fingers crossed. So yeah, it's been a really lovely week so far. I did been doing lots of different bits this week so far. So yesterday I did a little bit of packing in the picking and packing department because so many wonderful orders came in over the space of last week. You know, it was the dye sale, and then we've had some lovely bits and pieces like the countryside, the collage dyes for the countryside, the viaduct. And the lighthouse. They were really popular. Such brilliant demos that were done that day as well. So I really enjoyed the collage dies, 3 of them. So yeah, it was really good. Lovely. Sound is good. Thank you, Jane. So yeah, how is everyone this morning? Hope everybody's doing well. It's lovely and sunny. Hopefully it's lovely and sunny where you are. So let me know in the comments if it's sunny or cloudy. Hopefully sunny and warm. We have a 2 p.m. show today, showcasing the lovely It's a Wrap collection, the Linda Williams It's a Wrap. So there's quite a lot of plates in the collection. So we'll go over those at 2 p.m. But they're brilliant for if you wanted to do envelopes and gift vouchers and cards, but also mini makes and larger cards as well. They don't have to be just for envelopes. There's so many elements on the A4 plates. You'd be surprised once you start playing with them what you can create with them. So yeah, looking forward to showing everybody that later on. Oh good, I'm glad it's gorgeous weather, sunny in Redditch. Wonderful, that's good. So last week we finished our last project, so using the Barbara's floral tiles, and so this week we're starting a new project. Still the same plates. I'm still going to use the 2 A4 floral tiles because there's just so many elements on there. You've got so many different cards that you can create with them. So what I thought I'd do before I get started on the project is, because it's been a while, I thought I'd show some of the design team's work on the floral tiles, because there's so many lovely cards and they always seem to create such stunning designs with the samples. So I think it's a shame not to show them when you can. So I thought I'd just show you a few this morning, just before we get kick-started on the next project. So I'll show you the project in a minute, but I thought I'd just go over the design team samples, but then we'll go over, it will probably just be the line art today, because there's quite a lot of line art in the octagon border. So yeah, we'll get cracking on that soon. So let me get onto the overhead in a second, and I'll showcase the plates first so you know what I'm talking about. And then we'll go on to the design team samples. So these are the plates that I'll be using in this project. So you've got this one, which is Have a Great Day plate. So lots of different elements. And I've used a few elements from each plate. So this one's 42463. And then there's this plate, which is 42464. This is the Thinking of You plate. So some lovely elements and different corners and swirls for filling in designs and scrolls, and there's so many different elements. You can see the design team really had a lot of fun with these. So let me bring in the first card. So this one is from the lovely Jill Askham, very Japanesey So yeah, it's really lovely. Red, black. It's such a lovely combination. Really lovely and elegant these cards are. So lovely orange zesty card as well. There we go. This is from Carol Pankstello. Beautiful. It's got so much glitter on. You can always tell Carol's cards because 99% of the time they've got some lovely perga glitter on them. Really pretty, and it's all over the scrolls and in the borders, and even on these scrolls as well. She's managed to get some really lovely perga glitter on the scrolls as well. So beautiful, that one. Another orange zesty one. This one's from Karen Jackson. So showcasing, I think it's the arch border grid on that one. That's really lovely. And I've been saying to Paul, and I expect a few of you know, I am trying to get out of the pink, purple and blues. I mean, the card that I've done today, that was from a couple of last month. So it's pink, but I am trying. The demo that we're doing this afternoon, that's not pink or purple or blue. But then again, that was the lovely Linda Williams that did that demo. So that's why it's not pink, purple or blue. Okay, so this is from lovely Jane Telford. Some lovely, that's lovely colouring on there with the gold ink as well. So yeah, that's beautiful. You can see the hint of gold there. It's lovely. Really pretty. And this one is another one from Jane Telford. Lovely blue again. That's nice. You've got the sentiments in the border, and then you've just got this lovely design, and Jane's Pico cut it all out. So it's really, really beautiful. So this next one, this one is from Josie Davidson. Lovely colour again, really pretty. And some lovely perga glitter as well. Hopefully you can see that. Yeah, so that's lovely. So bring in some elements, and there's a little bit of grid work in the centre. Don't know if we come in a little bit, you might see a bit better. Just a little hint of some grid work. There's some glitter in the grid work as well, actually. It's really pretty. Lovely. And the next one, this one's from Carol Pankstello. So this is using, which grid's that one? It's either the Charles or the, yeah, Charles. So yeah, that's beautiful. So using some of our grid work around, that looks really effective. And I love the colouring in this as well. Really pretty colours, really bright and zesty. And using our designer card in the background as well, paper. That's really lovely. This next one is from Jill Askham. So this is really nice because it doesn't like the, we'll just put it on white because it doesn't seem to like the black. There we go, that's better. You can see the colours better now. So some lovely perga glitter on all of the scrolls in the background. So this is really lovely. It's like a little info, and then some lovely colouring. It looks really, really pretty. And then some Pico cutting in all of the shapes as well. Really lovely. And using the scrolls as well up here as a border. Very clever. And this one is from Carol Pankstello. So using the designer parchment. That's really lovely. I love those colours. It's the red and the greens together. It looks really pretty. Really pretty. And some lovely white work in there as well. And some lovely grid work around the outside as well. And using our Pico die. It really does finish off cards really lovely with the Pico die. This lovely one is from Jill Askham. There we go. So that's some lovely grid work around the outside. Just using some of our elements, and this is really pretty because this is creating the this is just a flower in the design, but Jill's created it so it looks like a butterfly. That's a really clever idea as well. Next card, this one's quite a large one, but this is clever. This is from Karen Jackson. So just using the one element, but creating it over and over again, like pattern building, to create a really lovely large card. It's really pretty. And it's all Pico cut out. Wow. Really lovely. And this one here is from Glennis. So lovely tool work around the outside. Lovely colours as well. I love the orange. I need to use the orange more, actually, because I keep on saying, oh, this is lovely orange card. So I'm going to try and, my next piece of artwork that I do for a design team sample, I'm going to try and do some orange, because that's out of my comfort zone. So that I'll give it a go. That's lovely. And then lastly, I've got one from Carol Baker. So this is pretty. This is a lovely little gift set. So envelopes on one side. She's created this all herself. And then some lovely little gift cards, a little notelet. So you can create your little notes and send to whoever to say thank you. There we go. So that's lovely. That's using the personalised plates as well. Really lovely. So, don't want to see that. So yeah, so those are the plates that we're going to be using today. So let's move that to one side. And this is the card that we're heading towards eventually when we get there. Yeah, I know, Jane. It is. You say, oh, I'm going to use this colour, and then sometimes the artwork that you create doesn't lend itself to the colour that you wanted to use, and you end up going off into a completely different direction. Yes, so this is the card we're heading towards. So today we're just going to create the octagon border and this little element here. So creating the line art. I might use a different corner element this time than this one, just to change up a little bit. I like to make something a little bit different every time. So yes, so we're heading towards that. So I'm going to do the frame first, and then I'm going to do the octagon shapes and make sure that there's a thick enough border to create the elements that we want to use in there. And then we'll just add all of the elements inside. Okay, so I think we're all good to go. It's not long now until the open days, you know. I can't believe how quickly it's come around. I'm looking forward to the open days though. That'd be good fun. I really am. Right, so I've got a nested square extension plate. So you can either use the nested scallop or the nested squares, whichever one you have. That would be absolutely fine. Or any way that you can create just a large enough square. It doesn't matter really how large the square is, as long as the octagon fits inside, and we could always just using my tumble dry sheet. There we go. So I'm just going to stick down with my Groovi stick tabs that I actually still have stuck onto my tool caddy from last time I was on the channel. There we go. So I've got my Groovi stick tabs. And so with this one, I'm going to use the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th from the outside. So just the next one from this main square piece here. So let's bring my Groovi guard in. I'm going first with my number 2 and then my number 1, just to create that lovely crisp white line. Number 1 again. Number 2 and number 1. So that's your nice crisp white line on the outside. There we go. I must admit, I do love showing off the design team samples. I think as us crafters, we always love what inspiration. And, you know, when I first started out, I used to love looking on Pinterest and places like that just to get some inspiration, and then doesn't always end up exactly how you thought it was going to be, but that's the best bit really, isn't it? I can't get this plate up. There we go. No, come here, you little monkey. There we are. So this is the nested octagon. So using this one. So again, working on the back. I'm just going to line it up because we're going to be using, let me just check because I've forgotten. So let me just put it over the work so we can all see. So the outer octagon is the second largest, or the second from the outside, and then the inside one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Seventh from the outside. So before I forget, let me do it. There we go. So I'm going to line it up. So I can see there's so it's straight, and I'm looking to see around here, on all the outsides that it looks straight, which to me, that looks straight. And I have got my new glasses, so it should look straight. I've noticed such a big difference now in my eyesight. Now I've got those better glasses, so much better. Haven't got as many headaches either, because I found that I was always straining and I hadn't had it done in such a long time. There we go. So I've got my Groovi tool again. So I'm doing the second. I don't know if anybody else does this. I have my Groovi guard, but then I also use my tumble dry sheet to rest my other hand on. So I've got Groovi guard over here, but it should be over my artwork. And then I use a tumble dry sheet. Just, I suppose at the same time, I'm kind of still lubricating the parchment as I go. I tend to do that a lot at home. Hasn't it been lovely and warm recently? At the weekend, it was beautiful. Really beautiful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, it's number 7. There we go. I'm going with my number 1 to make the lines lovely and crisp. There we go. So this is, now we've got our nested octagon in our piece of art. There we go. So that was the 2nd and the 7th from the outside. That's created that. So we've got our nice border now, ready to put all our elements. And if you wanted to go off into a different tangent than me, there's so many lovely elements on the plate. So I'm going to use the flowers and use this one here. Where is it? Come here, you little monkey. So I'm going to use this element in the border, so you can see, but it's not over the whole design, it's just half the design. So we're just, see, laying it over like this. However, if you wanted to, if I move that out of the way, I'll move this out of the way because we don't need that anymore either. So for example, if you wanted to, you could create the flowers on the inside or the outside. And I've done them on each side, so one here, here. Or if you like, you can mix it up and do one on the outside, one on the inside, one on the outside, one on the inside. So it's really up to you. but there are so many other elements. So, you know, even if you didn't want to use that one, you could use the scrolls in the border if you wanted to, or this little flower here, you could use these petals here. So there's so many elements on here that you can use if you wanted to try something different to what I'm creating. But first I'm just going to do these flowers. So I'm kind of lining up so there's equal distances on either side, like that. And I think it's probably about there. So I'm just grabbing my stick tabs. There we go. I'm grabbing my Groovi guard. There we go. So just what I'll do is I'm going to do the number 2. Actually, I'm moving it up a little bit more. I want it just a tiny little bit there. There we go. So with the number 2, I'm going to just, because I'm putting white work in these bits, so I'm just going to do a number 2 on here with the tool, and then everywhere else is going to be the number 1 on the tool. We are doing some nice white work in the petals, so I think that will look quite nice. So just creating that all the way round. So I'm going to line up again, like so. Move the sticker tabs to different places on the plate. There we go. There we are. Okay, so the number 2 tool. Okay. And then number 1. However, it would also look really lovely with the number 2 because we are doing some white work, but I thought it's nice to have a nice crisp line. Okay. Our roses in our garden have already come out, which is really pretty. We've seen, I think we've got one called Blue Moon, that's already come out, and then there's this lovely red one that's come out. The petals are already falling as well. So when the petals fall, we try and get them just before they're about to fall, and then we either dry them or we give them to the bunny and the guinea pigs fresh because they love rose petals. Yeah, rabbits absolutely love them. I went to my nanny's grave a couple of months ago, and all the rose bushes, or the people leave roses obviously on the graves and everything, and all the bunnies come along and eat them. So yeah, they don't last long on there, but yeah, bunnies and guinea pigs absolutely love them. Okay, so just working our way around. Yeah, the Blue Moon rose is really beautiful. I absolutely love the Blue Moon. rose. I do love roses. There's actually some roses I was looking on earlier. There's some roses on the it's the wrap plates that Linda's doing later, and I was just looking at them, and you know when you just get so many ideas in your head, you have to kind of have to control. But there's some really lovely roses on some of the plates. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that show later. I know quite a few of you probably already have those plates, but there may be some new friends that haven't seen them before. So I think it's lovely just to showcase some of the beautiful designs that we have seen. One of the reasons is you get to see all the lovely artwork again that the brilliant design team create. And I just looked earlier and there are some beautiful, well, they're all beautiful design team samples. And yeah, you could always tell when the design team have really fallen in love with something, because you get so many design team samples back. You just get so many. Okay, so we're nearly there. Got 2 more sides. And there, about there, and stick. I've got the fan going on in the room here, so it's already really warm. But I'm not complaining. It's really lovely and warm. Really beautiful weather. It's so nice after we've seen a bit of a really cold winter, so it's really lovely to see some sun. And I don't remember last year overall being that sunny, so it's really lovely to see some sun. Here we go. So last side for the flower, and number 2 again on here, and then number 1 here. Okay. I expect quite a few of you have seen the amazing samples, because I believe some of the design team have already put their lovely design pieces up on Facebook of what we're doing this afternoon. So definitely have a look at all of our lovely design team's pieces of art on Facebook, because they're really pretty. There we go. So that's what we've got so far. So we've got the just the flowers around the outside. Okay, so next what I thought we would do is we'd tackle this part. So on the card, let me bring it back in. I've got this element, which is this element here in the corners, and then I've just used this little bit here as almost like a stem and 2 leaves for the other part there. So that's what we're heading to now. Okay, so back onto the back. So I'm just going to create that part next. So there's quite a bit of line up to do in this, but it's really lovely. Use the number 2 tool on here. There we go. That's one. There we go again. So I'm just using still the number 2 on the Groovi tool all the way around. There we go. Like the shack people yesterday, they were really good. It's so nice to see them larger, because when they're absolutely really cute when they're small, but you see so much more when they're bigger. You can really see the detail of them. They were so lovely. I really like them. And I was looking at the you know, some of them would work really well with like little paper piecing with their dresses and stuff. I was looking at them just now and I thought, oh, they're so cute. Really clever idea. And just because they're larger, you can still use them on a mini make. That's what I would do. I just use one of them on a mini make. We have some lovely designs now in stamps. Get to such a large catalogue of stamps, stencils and Groovi and dies we have now. So it's amazing having a look on the website and seeing all of the lovely stamps that have come out in the last 30 years. There we go. So that's the stem and the leaves done, like that. Okay, so now I'm just lining up. So we're going to create this little flower piece. That's going to be there right up to the little circle. So I'm just going to place that down. I don't know why I'm doing it that way. I could make life a lot easier for myself and actually place it on the plate more. Okay. Cool, the hay fever's hitting again today. Got a nice fan on in here. It's very nice. There we go. So I'm just with my number 2 tool, creating because I'm putting a little bit of white work in these, so I'm using the number 2 tool for that. If you wanted to, you could create the scroll with the number 2 and then go back and use the number 1 for the lines. All the way down to there. And then back to the number 2 for the little centre and the petals. There you go, so that's that part. So just working our way around in all of the corners. So lovely to see how everybody's having a really lovely chat in the comments. I kind of pop my my eyes up occasionally to see what everyone's talking about, because it's really really nice to have all of your company, and I know it's an absolutely great time for everybody just to really have a live chat with everybody. Such a lovely community. Our community is absolutely brilliant, and if there's anybody new out there that's just stumbled across us and thought, what on earth's going on? This is a place where everybody just gets to have a chat, get to know each other, or just check to see if everybody's okay. And if you're watching on your YouTube, you probably won't be able to see the chat, but you get to see the line art of a card created, which is good fun in itself. It's one of my favourite bits. I love creating the initial line art and seeing what I can create. I love that bit. being your own artist, isn't it? So I started card making at quite a young age. It wasn't really anything that any of my friends did or anything, but for me, it was a way of escaping, I suppose, a bit like I think when I was a teenager, I started card making, and it was just a way of creating something and giving it to somebody and seeing their face when they received it. Just, knowing that you spend that time thinking about them creating a card. My friends used to have some of my cards still up on their wall years later. I'm thinking to myself, why are you keeping that? But I started from a young age because it was just I wasn't the most brilliant at drawing or creating something like that, but I absolutely loved card making, and I think I started off with like little peel-off stickers and putting them onto coloured paper, and then there was a little craft shop around the corner from me, and they sold some Pergamano stuff. I thought, oh, I'll give that a go, but I didn't know how to use it, so I stopped giving it a go. But yeah, it was and then I came over to, I think I had some Clarity stuff quite a while, and then I came over to live in Edenbridge, and I had to find a job quickly, so I had a job that was right next to Clarity's old building on the farm, and I thought, oh, I'll go in there, and because I thought it was a shop, but it wasn't a shop. It was just a place where everything's kept to send online, and I found a ticket to a retreat, and it was amazing to see all of how the artwork's created, and really enjoyed it. But I suppose, how old was I? I've been doing it card making for over 16 years, I think. About 16 years. 16, 17. So quite a while. But I just find it's a way of creating something that's going to last. And it's a useful art form, isn't it? Because you're creating something for someone. So you've got that feeling there. Lovely. And just slowly going round. Okay, so we're getting there. It's coming together. We're just doing the next one here. There we go. Moving those Groovi sticker tabs around. It's amazing how quickly it comes together, isn't it? Okay. I wonder who's crafting along with me. Or is everybody watching and is going to craft along later? Be interesting to know. because I saw some absolutely gorgeous projects that you had created following the last project that I did. So yeah, it'd be interesting to know who's wanting to craft along with me on this one. Oh, got my last element now. The last one. Okay. It's gone quick, isn't it? You get into the zone and before you know it, it's kind of halfway there. Okay. Just creating the little scrolls. And lastly, the line art. There we go. Okay, so now we've done that part. It starts to come together, doesn't it? There we go. So that's just using those two elements. So the little flower and then the little element here. So we've used that part in there and then this little flower in here. Okay, so now we've done that part, I thought we'll focus on the corners. So I'm going to look, because I've decided to change my mind, because that's very nice there, but I thought I'll give it a go and try something else. So I'm looking. So that looked very nice there. Have that in the corner maybe. Very pretty. I'm going to use that in a second to put that there because that's what I've done on this card. There's some. Oh, I think I'm going to use this actually. This is very nice. I'm going to just use the maybe the. It looks a bit like a heart. There we go. So I'm just going to I'm going to use that. I think about there. Yeah. I've changed my mind. Okay, so I'm going to use that part. I've done it again, haven't I? Why am I working off of the plate? I always make things hard for myself. Oh dear. It wouldn't be me if I didn't make life hard for myself. I always seem to do that. Like giving myself a challenge. There we go. So I'm going to use the number 2, I think. I think this would look really nice picot cut out. Maybe I might forget about this part. I might picot cut this bit out actually. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. But yeah, have a look on the plate and see if there's a corner that you wanted to use. You might find a different corner that you want to use. I thought I'd use this one as a bit of a change. There we go. I'm just following the line up, but I'm just going to ignore this bit because I'm going to picot cut that bit out. There we go. So let's put this one in here. There we go. just sorting out the next corner. Oh, James just asked me when the next course is coming out. I believe it is being launched on Friday. The white work course is, yes. Don't quote me on that, but I do believe it is. I think that's what Paul said to me yesterday. So I've nearly done all my prep, so yeah, looking forward to that. That should be good. It's taken a while to do all of the stages, but we're getting there. Nearly finished. That's coming in June, isn't it? Now it's. Do you know what, this month has already gone so quickly. Can't believe how quickly it's gone. I think somebody's putting the fast forward button on. That's what it feels like. It feels like I'm fast forward this month. There we go. But yes, it should be launched on Friday. So not long. I really enjoyed the doing the 1, 2, 3 foundation course. That was good fun. And still seeing some lovely artwork on the live chat, on the questions and answers. Everybody's putting up their lovely artwork, so it's really lovely to see what everyone has created. Really, really lovely. So yeah, looking forward to that. Okay, so that's that corner. One more corner. Okay, last corner there. I'm actually wearing a short sleeve top today. Very rarely wear short sleeves, so only when it's very, very warm. Well, I feel the cold quite a lot, even on warm days. People say, why are you still in the cardigan? Because I haven't warmed up yet. Okay, so nearly finished this part. There we go. So now, created the corners. See, so that looks quite nice. I think I'm gonna picot cut this bit out here. Yeah, maybe this little bit as well. Then I might do a little bit of grid work in there, maybe. I haven't decided yet. But yeah, so that's, or you can use the, hold on, let me bring it over. You can use this flower here, which is on this plate with the flower. Ooh. So yeah, lots of options. So now what I thought I'd do is on this section here, got that little flower poking out. So I'm going to use that again. So here's my, I have it on this side, which means it's going to be on this side. We're working back to front. Back to front and side to side. There we go. Just going to stick that down. I'll do that with the number 2. There we go. I'm just bringing the line down where it meets the frame. These will be picot cut out as well, so okay. Quite a nice little design this is. So what we're eventually going to do is cut out the middle part, so a picot cut around this flower. There we go. So now we have, oh, the plate was sliding off the other plate. So we have all of our line art now for the piece of art. So we've got our, we do it side to side. We have our little flower in the middle. Then we've used our little flower on, let me just stick my Groovi tabs back on my tool caddy. So we've used this element here, this element here, and then for the little stem and leaves. And then I have used this element here for this. And lastly, this element here for the corners, which I quite like the corners on that one. That's really nice. Thought I'd switch it up. So yeah, so we've got our line art. So that, and then what we're going to do next time is we'll focus on the white work, I think. So yeah, so next month we can, not next month, next week, that's a long way away. Next week we can concentrate on all of the white work in the flowers, and then the petals, do a little bit of white work, and then after that we can focus on some of the tool work and bits and pieces like that. So lots to look forward to. That's the basic line art on that one. I've used obviously pink parchment behind, but you can use whatever colour parchment you would like. The good thing is as well, you can use your, if there's not a colour that you want to use, or you can use your Dorso crayon. So say you wanted like purple and pink, or we have some lovely rainbow parchment for that, but also you can use all of your tools in your stash as well. But I've used the pink there. So on the pink I've just created the hugs and kisses. So you can either you have choices on that. So I've used the hugs and kisses here on the parchment, but you can use your new sentiments plates if you wanted to. I mean, there's lots of messages on here, but on the sentiments plate, which I might actually use because it's smaller. It's smaller, and the script on the sentiments plate is actually really pretty. It's like a script, so it would look really nice on this as well. But you have options. So you've got all of these sentiments here, but then I know a lot of you have bought these new sentiments plates, sentiment and panel plates. So that's something else that we can look at as well. So yeah, so next week, so that's our line art, that's all done. So as you can see, we've used quite a few tools here, but we can use other tools. If you haven't got these certain tools, you can use all of the other Pergamano tools as well. And then we're going to, next week, we're going to focus on some white work. And I've used pink and green here, but you can use any colours you like. If you didn't want to use pink and green, you could use orange. Yeah, that's a good idea. I could do it orange. But yeah, so that's that part. So I think that's where we'll leave it for this week. So we've done our main line art, and then next week we can get to grips with some of the white work for the piece. And then you can decide what colours you wanted to use as well. I've used pink and green, but maybe I should go downstairs and buy some orange parchment. Seeing as that's a colour that I'm not very comfortable using, so I might try and on this one I might try something else. And on that note, I think I'm going to go. So it was very lovely seeing you. Thank you so much, Jane. Really appreciate your help on here. And yeah, so I will see you at 2 p.m. We've got a show at 2 p.m. So hopefully you can make it then, and we look forward to seeing you then. Thank you so much, everybody. Lovely to see you. Take care. Bye.